ज्ञानं सर्वजनहिताय ज्ञानं सर्वजनहिताय ज्ञानं
गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा। तब शुभ नामे जागे तब शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तब जय गाथा। जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता। जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे।
I declare the 6th Convocation of IIT Indore open. Professor M.S. Raghunathan, Senate members, faculty and staff members of IIT Indore, other distinguished guests, and the illustrious students of IIT Indore. I'm grateful to Professor Raghunathan for consenting to be the chief guest at the 6th Convocation of IIT Indore. We are honored, and on behalf of all at the Institute, I'm grateful for the privilege of welcoming you to IIT Indore. Before I present the Institute report, I wish to congratulate the 6th graduating BTech class and those receiving master's and doctorate degrees this year. My congratulations also go to all the medal winners. All those receiving degrees today have achieved something quite profound. Although it may not seem so at the moment, what you have endured and accomplished is of major significance. To all of you, I also wish to emphatically remind that learning does not end with your graduation, but rather it begins. Also, my advice to all the graduating ladies and gentlemen, hold on to the IIT Indore people and memories. They are islands of sanity when you are out among the normals. Today, as the Institute enters its 10th year of being, I am happy to report that the Institute is steadfastly following the path it envisioned. Many have asked me what the Institute's vision is, to which my reply has been simple: to attain levels of excellence in teaching and research. The Institute believes that if these are attained, social responsibilities and contribution towards nation building will automatically follow. Now, how does one know that the strategies in place for attaining excellence are successful? Well, howsoever one may question the validity of international and more recently national ranking frameworks, I'm afraid these are the only reliable methods available to us to give any kind of relative position amongst international institutions and universities. As many of you would have read in recent media reports, IIT Indore this year became eligible to take part in international rankings. The most recognized amongst the various international rankings is the one carried out by the Times Higher Education Group. Although many have been surprised sufficiently enough for the news to make it as front page headlines in the national papers, it did not really surprise us here at IIT Indore that we have been ranked as the top IIT amongst all IITs, new and old, and have been placed second only to ISC Bangalore amongst all Indian universities and institutes. To make an international debut in the 350 to 400 bracket also caught the eye of many internationally. Why did it not surprise us here at IIT Indore? Well, recently, but a little before the international rankings were announced, the Institute presented its case to the Government of India to be considered for recognition as an institution of eminence. And while researching to prepare our case, my colleagues and I discovered quite pleasantly that IIT Indore has the fastest growth trajectory amongst all Indian educational institutions in the country. In fact, in terms of citations, the Institute has already broken in to the top 200 international rankings. Now that the government has announced the names of 3 institutions at the moment out of 10, and 2 of them are considerably behind IIT Indore in the international rankings, all of us here at IIT Indore are now looking forward to the formal announcement by the Government of India on IIT Indore being given the status of institution of eminence. This year, a total of 246 students graduate, 112 of them with a Bachelor of Technology, and 67 each at Master's and PhD levels. In line with placing a heavy emphasis on teaching by research, the Institute has hosted over 50 visiting professors from some of the most eminent laboratories from around the world in the last 1 year, and will continue to build on its internationalization project by engaging in collaborations with the best research groups from top international universities. In fact, as a result of its very productive engagement with several European universities, the Government of India has identified IIT Indore as the nodal India institution to coordinate all Indian collaborations with those in France. The Institute already leads in engaging with the well-known 9 technical institutes, the TU9s as they are better known, of Germany. I should also tell you that resulting from the tremendous support that we received from the Indian Embassy in Berlin in building what is now a powerful linkage with the TU9s, the Institute decided to take a very bold step and has been successful in kidnapping the architect of the Berlin Initiative, the former ambassador of India to Germany, Mr. Gurjeet Singh. Ladies and gentlemen, I am very pleased to announce to you that Mr. Singh is now a part of the IIT Indore family, serving in the School of Humanities and Social Sciences as honorary professor. We also have developed relationships with major institutions in and around Indore. The most prominent ones being, of course, with the RR-CAT, the DAE laboratory, and the MCTE MAU. We have heavily engaged with MCTE in telecommunication, computer science, and other related avenues, and we are very happy to announce that collaboration is yielding very fruitful results. The graduates of IIT Indore have not only made their mark in the top research institutes worldwide, they are also playing an exemplary role in nation building, working for a sustainable and literate India. Ketan Chawre, the winner of President's Gold Medal for Academic Excellence in 2017, chose to teach school children in a small village of Vidarbha, Karanja Lead in Ketan, with a CGPA of 9.89, refused his pre-placement offer to teach in this village, which does not yet have a high school. Jolan Shah, Rota Agarwal, and Sameer Sharma, three graduates of IIT Indore, have set up a social enterprise, Sohar Resource Management Private Limited, which has taken up the challenge of waste management in India. The city of Indore, in some small measure, should be grateful to these young alumni of IIT Indore for contributing in solid waste management and maintaining the status of Indore as the cleanest city of India for the second year running. These are but two examples of how our young graduates have found a niche for themselves while serving society. So to all those graduating today, education can be likened to a ladder that enables us to touch the stars. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your inner voice. Have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. During your stay at IIT Indore, you have slowly but steadily, rung by rung, built a ladder for yourself that will now enable you to touch the stars. So go out there and touch the stars. Before I end this report, ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to announce to you that the Honorable President of India, visitor to the Institute, has approved the recommendation of the Senate of IIT Indore to award the degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa to an individual who has already touched many stars. In a presentation to be made shortly, Mr. Ajay Piramal, the first Chairman of Board of Governors and an important part of the legacy being created at IIT Indore, will receive the honorary doctorate of IIT Indore. Many congratulations to Mr. Piramal. With that, I end the report of the Chairman, Board of Governors, and the Director of IIT Indore. Thank you very much.
Award of the degrees will now commence, including Doctor of Science, honoris causa, degree to Mr. Ajay G. Piramal.
It's a pleasure for me to read the citation in honor of Mr. Ajay G. Piramal, recipient of Doctor of Science, honoris causa, to be presented during the present 6th Convocation to be held and being held today, November 19th, 2018. Mr. Ajay G. Piramal is one of India's leading industrialists and philanthropists. As chairman of the Piramal Group, he has led its transformation into a $10 billion global business conglomerate with diverse interests in pharmaceuticals, financial services, real estate, healthcare, and information services, and glass packaging. Piramal Group has offices in over 30 countries and a global brand presence in more than 100 markets. Mr. Piramal is an advocate of trusteeship and a torchbearer of responsible business ethos. His strong belief in the philosophy of doing well and doing good has created long-term value for the group's stakeholders and the community as a whole. Passionate about contributing and transforming the education landscape in India, Mr. Piramal also serves as President and Chairman of Anand National University and Chairman of the Pratham Education Foundation. Mr. Piramal holds key positions on the boards of several companies and prestigious institutions. He serves on the Harvard Business School's Board of Dean's Advisors, is co-chair of the UK-India CEO Forum, and non-executive director of Tata Sons Limited. He has also been the chair of the Board of Governors of IIT Indore, where he has played a critical role in the institution's growth. Deeply invested in unblocking India's socio-economic potential through the Piramal Foundation, Mr. Piramal is an ardent promoter of social entrepreneurship. Mr. Piramal actively steers the group's involvement in various social impact initiatives through the Piramal Foundation to develop innovative, long-term and scalable solutions to resolve issues that are critical roadblocks towards unblocking India's economic potential. The foundation currently works across 21 states and has impacted over 90 million lives, mostly in partnership with state governments through Piramal Swasth, Piramal Sarvajal and Piramal Foundation for Education Leadership. Piramal Foundation has partnered with Niti Aayog, India's foremost think tank, in 25 aspirational districts across 7 states in India to improve human development indicators across healthcare and nutrition and education. He has been conferred with several national and international recognitions that include All India Management Association's Business Leader of the Year Award in 2018, Outstanding Performance at the 9th Asia Pacific Entrepreneurship Awards in the same year, International Advertising Association's Business Leader of the Year again in 2018, Asia Pacific Entrepreneurship Award, Special Achievement Award category 2018, CNBC India Business Leader of the Year 2018, and CNBC Asia Business Leader Award 2017 for his visionary leadership. Hurun India Philanthropy List 2017, Saint Sustainable Award Philanthropy and Best of Best, instituted by the World Presidents Organization 2015, Corporate Citizen of the Year Award by AIMA Managing India Awards 2016, Outstanding Philanthropist 2014 and 2013 by Forbes Philanthropy Awards, Entrepreneur of the Year 2006 by the UK Trade and Investment Council, and many, many, many others. Excuse me. Mr. Piramal holds an honorary degree in science from Mumbai University and a master's degree in management studies from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. Thank you. He has completed an advanced management program from Harvard Business School and has been conferred with an honorary doctorate in philosophy DPhil by Amity University in India. It is both an honor and privilege to confer on Mr. Ajay G. Piramal an honorary degree of Doctor of Science honoris causa today, November 19th, 2018. And now, may I request Dr. Rahul to please accompany Mr. Ajay Piramal to the stage. We will now take a 30-second break for Mr. Piramal to safely deposit his certificates. And then we will request Mr. Piramal to come back to the stage and give his formal address.
The Chairman of the Board of Governors and the Director of the IIT Indore, Professor Pradeep Mathur, the Chief Guest of this evening, Professor Ranganathan, members of the Senate, faculty, all those who are getting degrees today, parents. It is indeed a great honor for me to come here and receive this very prestigious degree from what is now ranked as the topmost university amongst all engineering colleges in the country. It is with a sense of nostalgia that I come here today. As Professor Mathur and the whole procession was coming onto the stage, I felt a bit pang of being left aside, because till now I used to be also part of that procession, but I'm here today as a recipient of a degree, just as all of you are here. I remember IIT Indore beginning with hired premises, and Professor Mathur and his dedicated team of faculty and administrators scouting around different pieces of land here. I remember that there was a lot of hesitation at one time that will we be able to attract the right faculty, which should be up to the standards of an IIT, whether we would be able to attract the right students, and would we have all the facilities that were required to get an IIT. But here, as I stand before you, it's with a feeling of great joy that what you, Professor Mathur, and your team has done is truly a tremendous job. And I want to salute all of you for this, for building an institution which all of us in the country can be proud of. To get 20,000 citations, to get listed on the Times International Network, to get our student getting the President's Gold Medal, these are no mean achievements. They say it takes decades for any university to really prosper, but here we are seeing this in our first decade itself. And indeed, just as IIT is a young institution, India too is a young institution. And today, with the average age of Indians, 65% of Indians being below the age of 35, and with young people all over the world changing the way the world is, I think there is a lot of optimism as I look into the future. Look at all the big changes that have taken place in the society today. How do we travel from point A to point B? Many of us in Mumbai just use Uber, or in fact globally we used Uber. Uber is a company which was started only less than a decade ago, and now is worth about $72 billion with a revenue of $5.6 billion. Or how do people now go for vacations? They don't anymore stay in the hotels, but in Airbnb. And Airbnb, which was just started almost the same time as we started Indore, is now worth $30 billion. Similarly, look at what Facebook has done. It has changed the way we have worked. Started in 2004, Facebook, 25% of all the world's population is on Facebook, and its valuation is $400 billion. And what is really interesting to note is that all these businesses were started with young people who were below the age of 30 years. These were young people who did not have any capital backing them, but they just had a passion to understand what the needs of the consumer were, what were the ever-changing needs because of the advancement of technology, what was really different from what anybody else had done. And they have all been able to build great businesses. When I look at the entrepreneurs who graduate out of Harvard and Stanford, there are more than 1,000 startups which have been started by these. But in India, in spite of so many IITs, there are only 100 of them. I think the need of the hour for all of us is to become more and more entrepreneurial. In which way? In that way, not only do we create wealth for ourselves, we create wealth for society, and we actually improve the way that people live and conduct their work and life. In fact, it is a fact that it is much more difficult to get into a IIT than it is into a Harvard or a Stanford. Yet, I think this is where we need to see how we can become more entrepreneurial. I thought I would share with you some of my views on how one can be an entrepreneur. The first part of being an entrepreneur, according to me, is that we must necessarily travel the path less traveled. That is when most people who graduate out of engineering institutions would either like to go abroad to the US to do something more or to take up a job. But it is these ones, the founders of Facebook, of Uber, of Paytm, of Flipkart, who thought differently and have changed the way. So one has to have the courage to go on this path. In this path, there will be challenges. But in fact, a person who is successful, an entrepreneur, is one who can convert challenges into opportunities, which is another thing that I have learned. Always there is a challenge, and when one door is closed, some other door will open up, and perhaps it will be a better and bigger door to go into. The third thing I want to bring on entrepreneurship is the association with good people. I think this is one advice I'd like to give to all young people, is please associate yourselves with good people. people who have good values, people who have succeeded in life with the right manner, because they are the ones who will be able to guide you. When we are young, there are many challenges that we face, and there are many times ups and downs. This is the time when you need good advice, and please associate yourself with good people. Finally, I want to make the point, which was also made here in Professor Mathur's presentation, when he spoke about how IIT students are giving back to society. It is so important for us to recognize that we are all very privileged. The fact that we have got a degree from an IIT is a rare privilege. And this is where there are so many others in this world who are not as fortunate as us, and this is where we have to give back. In this, I want to just talk 2 minutes about the Piramal Foundation for Educational Leadership, where we recruit people who are either done their graduates or post-graduation, and they work for 2 years with us in the most challenging parts of India, whether in rural India or whether in urban India. And I'm actually very, very pleased to say that last year we recruited about 450 fellows who gave 2 years of their life to improve society. And out of this, 30% were engineers, many of them from IITs, and our acceptance rate in this is only about 6 or 7% of those people who had applied. So this is where I feel that the future of India is bright, and this is where I would ask you also that along with your engineering degree, please give back to society. With this, I want to thank the IIT, I want to thank the Senate, I want to thank the chairman of the board for giving me this singular honor, and I am most humbled and privileged to receive it, and I will live up to your reputation. I will try to live it up to the best of my ability. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Piramal, for your thought-provoking and inspirational speech. Now, sir, I present to you Ms. Aparna Rai and others, including those in absentia, who have successfully completed all the prescribed requirements and have been found fit for the award of degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the Institute, and request that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chairman, Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to award of the degree of Doctor of Philosophy of the Institute, and charge you to be worthy of the same.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of Biosciences and Biomedical Engineering to come one by one and accept their degree from Chairman Senate. Aparna Rai, Camelia Sarkar,
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of chemistry to come one by one and accept their degrees from Chairman Senate. Mriganka Das, Biju Majumdar, Anup Kumar Saini, Rupali Prajapati, Rekha Sharma, Ambikesh Dhar Dwivedi, Patil Yuvraj Ananda, Paulomi Mandal.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of Computer Science and Engineering to come one by one and accept their degree from Chairman Senate. Robin Singh Bhadoria. Neha Bharil. Om Prakash Patel. Prakash Chand Sharma.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of Electrical Engineering to come one by one and accept their degrees from Chairman Senate. Shivendra Kumar Pandey. Krishna Dayal Shukla. Pankaj Sharma. Nupur Navlakha. Prateek Jain. Abhijit Bhattacharya.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of Humanities and Social Sciences to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Abdul Qayyum Kachu, Sagarika Chattopadhyay, I. Watichula Longkumar, Surabhi Joshi.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of mathematics to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Istakhar Ali. Kotapalli Harish Kumar.
I call upon the PhD degree recipients of Mechanical Engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Naresh Kumar Raghuvanshi. Vikas Sharma. Ankur Saxena. Nikam Sagar Hanmant. Akash K. Savant Mayur Sudhakar. Jayant Kumar Mohanta. Sujit Kumar Chaube. Rakesh Sharma. Vijay Babu TR. Mayank Modak. Lanjekar Rajan Devro. Sandeep Kumar. Deepak Selva Kumar.
I call upon the PhD degree recipient of Metallurgy Engineering, Metal Science to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Tulika Srivastava, Arun Kumar Yadav,
I call upon Ms. Pooja Parikh of Physics to come and receive her PhD degree from Chairman Senate.
Sir, I present to you Ms. Mitali Chhavra and others, including those in absentia, who have completed all the prescribed requirements and have been found fit for the award of degree of Master of Science of the Institute, and request that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chairman of the Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to award of the degree of Master of Science of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
I call upon the MSc degree recipients of chemistry to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Mitali Chabra, Pushpender Yadav, Vishakha, Vishal Budhija.
I call upon the MSc degree recipients of mathematics to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Ashish Thakre, Bikramjit Acharji, Deepika Goyal, Megha Pandey,
I call upon the MSc degree recipients of physics to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Ekta Yadav, Jaswant Singh, Kajal Singh, Manushri Tanwar, Reena Yadav, Ritu Yadav, Sonal Mittal, Sukruti Singh,
Sir, I present you Ms. Avinash Kalyani and others, including those in absentia, who have completed all the prescribed requirements and have been found fit for the award of degree of Master of Technology of the Institute, and request that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chairman Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to award of the degree of Master of Technology of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
I call upon the MTech degree recipients of electrical engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Avinash Kalyani, Bhumi Shah, Lokesh Singh Bhilala, Piyush Vashne, Puneet Jain, Pratishta Chandra,
I call upon the MTech degree recipients of mechanical engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Abhishek Aherwar, Ankit Mishra, Suraj Kumar, Vivek Rana,
I call upon MTech degree recipients of material science and engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Abhinav Sharma, Milind Chaube, Tulika Dixit, Milind Kumar.
Sir, I present you Mr. Akash Handa and others, including those in absentia, who have completed all the prescribed requirements and have been found fit for the award of degree of Bachelor of Technology of the Institute, and request that they be admitted.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as Chairman Senate, I admit you all, including those in absentia, to award of the degree of Bachelor of Technology of the Institute and charge you to be worthy of the same.
I call upon the BTech degree recipients of Computer Science and Engineering to come one by one and receive their degree from Chairman Senate. Akash Handa. Aditi Agrawal. Akash Anand Kamath. Akash Kumar. अक्षय सिंह चौहान, अक्षय कुमार, अमन सिंह, अपूर्व कुलश्रेष्ठ, अर्नब सामंत, दीपिका, गरिगपाटी कल्याण, खुशबू शर्मा, ललित गौतम, महक गर्ग, महर्षि जसवंत सेवक, नितेश कुमार सिंह, पानुगोतु श्री हर्षा, प्रियांशु कुमार, राजवीर सिंह, रमन नारायण बंसल, ऋषभ लाज, ऋषभ रमेश राठौर, रुचिर गर्ग, शुभ नीमा, सुरेंद्र चौहान, तन्मय सारस्वत, उत्कर्ष सक्सेना, वर्षा धाकड़, वरुण विनायक जोगलेकर, वेदांत अग्रवाला, विशाल निमाड़े।
I call upon the BTech degree recipients of Electrical Engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Akshay Joshi. Alola Nikhil Reddy. अमरनाथ कुमार, अमित सिंह बिष्ट, अनिल यादव, आशनील वैटला, अवनीश नाके, के अभिषेक कुमार, कलश अग्रवाल, कोंडूरी हरिकृष्णा, क्षितिज बाकलीवाल, मोहम्मद तलहा अंसारी, मुकेश गांगवाल, पलाश दुरुक्कर, रोहित मंडलोई, साकेत शिवांश, सांगले विश्वजीत विनायक, सोलेटी वेंकटा धीरज कुमार, सुमन कुमार दास, सुमेश कौल, स्वस्तिक गुप्ता, विवेक कुमार,
I call upon the BTech degree recipients of mechanical engineering to come one by one and receive their degrees from Chairman Senate. Abhishek Kumar, Alok Ranjan, Anirudh Soni, Anshul Singh Jadoni, Anuj Agarwal, Ayush Bagmar, Davayat Gankar Yash Sunil, Harsh Mehta, Mainambatti Venkat Charan Reddy, Muhammad Azim, Nemad Jagrud Ramji, Fulwalkar Mohini Shubdas, Pratik Luhadia, Raviraj Avasti, Ravilla Sunil, Rohan Rathor, Sarvjit Bambu, Solar Singh Rajput, Shubham Saurav, Ugra Narayanan Pathak, Varun Joseph Solomon, Vidyasagar Vemula,
Sir, I present to you Mr. Abhishek Kumar, Ishan Mesram in absentia, and Rohan Rathor of Mechanical Engineering for the award of Best BTech Project among all the BTech graduate students.
Presentation of the medals will now commence.
Sir, I present you Mr. Vedant Agarwala of Computer Science Engineering for the award of President of India for the best academic performance among all the graduating students. There are 3 silver medals for BTech program, 1 for each discipline of engineering. Sir, I present you Mr. Barun Binayak Joglekar of Computer Science Engineering for the award of silver medal. Sir, I present you Mr. Kartikeya Suren Singh in absentia of electrical engineering for the award of silver medal. I present you Mr. Adit Kanyan in absentia of mechanical engineering for the award of silver medal. There is 1 silver medal for the overall best academic performance among all the graduating students of postgraduate programs. Sir, I present you Ms. Ekta Yadav of Discipline Physics for the award of silver medal.
There is 1 silver medal for the best all-round performance among all the graduating UG students. Sir, I present to you Mr. Ramesh Balaji in absentia of discipline of Computer Science and Engineering for the award of silver medal.
Professor Mathur, deans and members, other members of the Senate, it gives me great pleasure to be here today. Of course, I should also say that to be here today with the students and the convocation is a somewhat quaint function. We inherited it from the colonial times, from the British. Actually, it goes back to practices in monasteries. But I think there is a good justification for it. And for that, I'm going to quote a couplet from Tamil. It's a famous work known as Thirukkural in Tamil, written by a saint poet by name Thiruvalluvar. And the couplet goes like this. Indra poludin peruduvokkum tanmaganai Chandron and a kettatai. I'll give a loose translation. The mother's joy when her offspring is proclaimed a great scholar is greater than what she feels at the time of the birth. That is the couplet. And this is an occasion on which I should congratulate all the parents present here. I translated it a little differently from the original, giving weight to our present day sentiments about gender equality. The original only says son, and I said offspring. Naturally, seeing number of girls here present, I have to make that modification. Anyway, and my congratulations therefore extend to the parents for their achievements of their children. Of course, I also congratulate especially the medal winners to whom I handed over the medals myself, so I congratulate them as well. And of course, I congratulate Dr. Piramal for the award,
though it's only one little feather in his cap over the many awards he received. But this must be somewhat special for him because of his association with IIT Indore over many years. and it's a doctoral degree. I think it was mentioned by Professor Mathu that he was awarded a doctoral degree earlier by Amity University. Well, they pipped IIT Indore to the post, but nevertheless, at least now, Indore has done it. I'm very happy with that, and I feel it an honor that I should have been called upon to give him the degree. Well, as far as the students are concerned, so far you have had a relatively carefree life. All the responsibilities you have to undertake, at least the undergraduates, the responsibilities you have to undertake were few and far between. In any case, most of them were taken care of by your parents. But now you embark on serious responsibility. And having been trained in an illustrious institution like this, your responsibility is the greater. Of course, the fact that you got in here already shows that you have worked for it. The JEE is a non-trivial exam, as everybody knows. And so you have proved your mettle in some sense. And after this degree, your responsibility really comes to force. It's much greater. Writing the JEE was a big responsibility, but afterwards, I'm sure that many of you would have enjoyed your undergraduate days here. It's, the atmosphere in the IITs is quite different from other colleges elsewhere. So I'm sure that many of you would have enjoyed. But now comes more serious business. You are embarking on your life's career. And most of you, I guess, are already fixed up on some career or other. I mean, you have had this campus recruitment and so on. And I find a large number of you have probably already got jobs and so on. But let me say one thing. That means that you are probably settled reasonably comfortably in terms of economic empowerment. But you have much greater responsibility simply because you have had greater opportunities than many of your compatriots of your age. Studying at an IIT is certainly a privilege which you have got, and it's reasonable for society to claim something back from you. And you are the people who can contribute to this slogan, Make in India. So far it has remained really a slogan. If it's be realized, you are the people on whom the country has to depend. See, as Dr. Piramal said, some of you should become entrepreneurs, and that will help Make in India, no doubt. But there is still one aspect which has to be covered. You know, technological innovations, actual down-to-earth technological innovations are far and few between in our country. We should have innovations like the steam engine in that period, you know, like the steam engine or the internal combustion engine, or later a series of inventions made by Thomas Alva Edison, for instance. That kind of technological innovations we have not yet seen from this country. We need technological innovations at that level, something which will change the very way of life. That's the kind of thing we need. That we don't see adequately yet. And it is you young people who are graduating from the IITs who should make that dream come true. Make in India will be really realized only if many of you people continue with technological study and research and innovation. You can do it simultaneously by being an entrepreneur, no doubt, but it's not everybody that can combine so many things. Edison was an example of a guy who was an entrepreneur as well as an inventor, a technological innovator. One hopes that the people among you who will be like Edison in this respect. And others who can confine themselves to technology but come up with innovative discoveries. This is the urgent need of the country, and it is people like you who can, at some point, who can push this agenda. And things are in general optimistic for you, but I must say that I must confess that I have a certain degree of pessimism about the general outlook in the world at large and in our country in particular. It looks to me that the world's 4 largest countries are all drifting towards some kind of, what's the word I want, the kind of intolerance in many respects. It's a political matter, but it seems to me that look at United States, The largest country, of course, is China, then comes India, then US and Russia. In all these countries, there is a degree of chauvinistic nationalism which is not good for our future. And this is something which you young people have to resist in the future. This is, again, a major responsibility on your shoulders. You have to spread, another responsibility which you have is to spread scientific temper among our population at large. And again, you are the best ambassadors for science in this matter. Unfortunately, our current atmosphere in this country is not conducive to the spread of scientific temper. You should have to fight against it. So in some sense, though your future, in some sense, economic future is assured, it's not clear that everything is hunky-dory. You have lots of responsibility on your shoulders. And I'm sure with your background, with your training, you can execute those responsibilities very, very well. And I wish you all the best in the future to do that. Thank you very much for your kind attention.
Thank you, sir. The President of India medalist will now administer the pledge to all the degree recipients. All the degree recipients may please stand up and take the pledge.
I pledge on my honor that I shall discharge my duties of citizenship with integrity, uphold the ethics of my profession with tenacity, utilize my education and expertise to contribute to a sustainable, safe, inclusive, and just future for all mankind.
I declare the 6th Convocation of IIT Indore closed.
The convocation ceremony will conclude with the national anthem. Please stand up and remain standing till the academic procession leaves this convocation hall. Thank you.
जन गण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड़ उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्छल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मागे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगल दायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे
सर्वं
All are invited for the high tea in the adjacent building, please.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello. Excuse me. I request all the seniors to submit your alumni card. Hello. Excuse me. I request all the seniors to take their alumni card from the tent beside basketball court.
क्या रख लेना आप और एक बार बोल दो अरे बोलिए सुनाई देगी